The sun dipped low as shadows stretched across the tranquil grounds of Jetavana Monastery. Birds sang softly in the distance. Disciples gathered under the banyan tree where Buddha sat, his eyes serene and watchful. The air carried the scent of blossoms, mingling with a cool breeze. A disciple named Ananda approached and bowed low before the Buddha. "Master," he began, "our minds are restless. We cling to devices, seeking connection, but find agitation instead." Buddha observed Ananda silently, then gestured towards the golden horizon. "Ananda," he spoke, "do you see the sky stretching boundlessly?" Ananda nodded, his hands pressed together in reverence. "I see it, Master, vast and infinite, unbroken by walls or barriers." Buddha's voice flowed as gently as the evening wind. "And does the sky seek attachment to fleeting clouds or wandering birds?" "Number, Master," Ananda replied, his gaze fixed upon the golden expanse above. "The sky simply exists, undisturbed and infinite." Buddha placed a hand lightly on the ground beside him. "So too should the mind remain, expansive and unentangled." Another disciple, Yashodhara, leaned forward and asked, "But Master, does modern connection not foster compassion, understanding, and unity?" Buddha's smile deepened, kind yet firm. "Yashodhara, tools do not create compassion. Intention and awareness shape its existence." He picked up a handful of dust, letting it trickle through his fingers. "A tool misused clouds the mind, like dust obscures the sun." Yashodhara bowed her head, pondering his words as she watched the last of the dust fall to the earth. Buddha's gaze swept over his disciples. "Do not confuse noise with wisdom, nor quantity with true connection." Sujata raised her voice hesitantly. "Master, what then is the path to free our minds from this endless stream of distractions?" Buddha extended his arm towards a silent river winding through the forest. "Behold this river, ever flowing, yet never clinging." The disciples turned their faces towards the sparkling water, its currents reflecting amber hues of the setting sun. Buddha continued, "Like the river, live purposefully, touch technology lightly, never letting it anchor your mind in its currents." He folded his hands in his lap, his expression calm as moonlit waters. "The practice begins with small acts of mindfulness." Buddha spoke, his words steady. "For 1 hour each day, set aside distractions. Be present with the world as it is." Ananda looked up, his voice tinged with curiosity. "Master, will such a practice truly clear the clouds from our restless minds?" Buddha answered gently, "Ananda, a single drop of water does not nourish the earth, but rain softens even the hardest soil." The disciples murmured in understanding, their hearts opening like lotus petals touched by the morning sun. Buddha's voice carried, resonating through the stillness. "Begin with this step. It is small, yet profound in its transformation." The wind whispered through the banyan leaves, echoing the resolve in the disciples' hearts as they absorbed the teaching. A young disciple named Kema rose and approached. "Master, what of those who resist change, unwilling to part with their habits?" Buddha regarded Kema with infinite patience. "Kema, offer them compassion, not judgment. Led by example, for seeds grow only in nurtured soil." He added, "Transformation unfolds like a lotus blooming, gently, steadily, without force." A bird sang nearby, its melody pure and unrestrained. The Buddha gestured toward it. Buddha spoke once more, his words weaving like threads into their hearts. "Remember, the mind untangled finds its way to true peace." The forest stood silent, bearing witness to teachings as timeless as the stars shining above. Another day, another lesson unfolded beneath the ancient banyan tree in Jetavana Monastery. The disciples assembled as twilight settled. A gentle breeze carried scents of earth and blossoms. Buddha sat quietly, his presence as serene as flowing water. Subhuti bowed before the Buddha and spoke. Master, how do we balance modern tools while seeking a peaceful, centered mind? Buddha regarded Subhuti with compassion. His voice steady. Subhuti, the answer lies in harmony. Neither rejection nor excess nourishes the soul. He pointed to a nearby stream flowing endlessly through rocks and roots. Observe the stream. It flows, never clinging. The disciples turned their eyes to the bubbling waters as sunlight sparkled on its surface. Subhuti asked again, Master, how do we embody this harmony amidst constant digital demands? Buddha replied patiently, Subhuti, mindfulness is the anchor amidst the storm. Reflect before every action, ensuring it serves peace within. Mahakasyapa, known for his quiet wisdom, spoke, Master, temptation often overtakes mindfulness. How shall we guard our hearts against indulgence? Buddha folded his hands softly and explained, Mahakasyapa, discipline is your shield. Let intention guide your use, cultivating purpose instead of idle distraction. He continued, use technology with mindful care, ensuring it nurtures compassion and wisdom, not craving or confusion. The disciples listened as the sound of rustling leaves mingled with Buddha's words. The setting sun painted colors across the sky. Buddha's gaze shifted to the horizon as he spoke again. Let every choice reflect the principles of truth, simplicity, and presence. Yashodhara stepped forward and bowed. Master, how do we embrace these principles while engaging responsibly with the digital world? Buddha picked up a smooth pebble from the riverbank. Yashodhara, let actions ripple like this pebble in water, spreading calm and goodness. He tossed the pebble gently, creating ripples that extended across the water. Each choice shapes not only you, but others you touch. Sujata rose and asked with humility, Master, what if the demands of the world consume us, leaving little room for reflection? Buddha gestured toward the stars beginning to illuminate the sky. Sujata, the stars do not struggle to shine. They simply fulfill their purpose. He added, align your actions with purpose and balance. Avoid excess that dims your inner light or scatters your focus. Ananda spoke quietly from his seat. Master, how do we resist the allure of constant distraction and regain focus on the present? Buddha picked up the lotus petals scattered by the stream. Ananda, every moment holds beauty if you pause to perceive it. He spread the petals on the ground and said, reclaim presence by replacing habit with intention, reflection, and mindful practice. The disciples sat silently, absorbing the teachings as moonlight shimmered over the stream's flowing currents. Buddha's voice carried softly, seek neither escape nor obsession. Instead, find the middle way, fostering harmony between outer demands and inner peace. Kema, young and eager, spoke next. Master, how do we guide others who are lost in distraction, unable to find their path? Buddha smiled, his eyes reflecting kindness. Kema, led by example, compassion and patience illuminate paths for those seeking the light. He concluded, do not force change, but nurture growth as rain nurtures seeds to blossom. The disciples bowed deeply, their minds ignited with resolve. Another day had passed, filled with timeless wisdom. Another day, another gathering took place under the ancient banyan tree as the sun cast golden hues over Jetavana Monastery. The disciples sat in quiet anticipation as the Buddha's presence filled the air with calmness and clarity. Yashodhara spoke first, her voice steady yet questioning. Master, we strive for balance, yet digital demands still leave many feeling trapped and restless. The Buddha looked out at the horizon, his gaze tranquil. Yashodhara, true liberation begins not with the tool, but within the mind. He stood and motioned for the disciples to follow him to a nearby mountain peak shrouded in mist. As they climbed, the sound of rustling leaves and chirping birds filled the air, blending with the rhythm of their steps. Reaching the summit, the Buddha gestured to the boundless horizon. Behold this vast expanse. Does the sky struggle to contain its essence? Yashodhara replied softly, No, Master. The sky remains infinite and undisturbed, no matter the storms passing through it. The Buddha nodded. So too must the mind rise above distractions, untainted by the constant demands of the world. He motioned for everyone to sit on the rocks, their forms silhouetted against the glowing sky. The Buddha continued, his voice steady, Immerse yourself fully in the present moment. Liberation lies in anchoring the heart to now, not elsewhere. Ananda leaned forward, his expression intent. Master, how do we remain present when devices and distractions constantly pull us into the past or future? The Buddha picked up a handful of earth and let it fall slowly. Ananda, life flows moment by moment, like these grains of soil. He added, mindful attention, like this earth, grounds you in what is real and allows illusions to pass without disturbance. The disciples nodded, their hearts absorbing the teachings like thirsty soil in a gentle rain. The Buddha spoke again, replace idle scrolling with mindful creating. Turn passive consumption into active engagement aligned with your deeper purpose. Sujata raised her voice. Master, even with mindfulness, some feel overwhelmed by digital chaos. How do we overcome this sense of entrapment? Buddha pointed to the distant stars emerging in the darkening sky. Sujata, just as stars shine in vast darkness, your essence must remain steady. He continued, do not scatter your light in every direction. Focus it inward to illuminate your path clearly and purposefully. Mahakasyapa, contemplative as always, asked, Master, what is the role of meditation in achieving freedom amidst constant distractions? Buddha closed his eyes momentarily, his form serene. Meditation is the thread tying the mind to life. It is both anchor and sail. He added, through meditation, calm arises, allowing clarity to guide actions and protect peace from digital turbulence. The moon rose, casting a soft glow over the group as the Buddha's words harmonized with the tranquil night. Kema, bold and eager, spoke next. Master, how can we inspire others trapped in the illusion of endless connection to find peace in presence? Buddha smiled, his gaze filled with gentle compassion. Kema, liberation cannot be imposed. Offer guidance, yet let individuals choose their own steps. He continued, your life of mindful purpose will become the light drawing others out of the shadows of distraction. The disciples bowed deeply, their resolve strengthened by the wisdom shared under the expansive night sky. Buddha's voice grew softer as he concluded, remember, true freedom is not the absence of devices, but the presence of an unshackled, peaceful mind. The group descended the mountain in reflective silence, the teachings resonating deeply within their hearts. As they reached the monastery, dawn began to tint the sky with light, a symbol of hope and renewal. The disciples returned to their daily lives, sharing the wisdom of liberation through presence with those still seeking the light. Buddha's words echoed endlessly, a timeless guide for navigating distractions while cultivating peace, purpose, and mindful existence. Thank you for watching. Buddha's teachings are always with you. Subscribe to our channel and we will see you in the next video.